Carson Daly misses Blake Shelton on first day back filming The Voice. Everything's fine on Monday. The singing competition show host shared a selfie where he's visibly missing Blake Shelton as he gets ready for his first season without the country star. In the photo, Daly, 50, is getting a trim up inside his dressing room as he poses looking quite distressed. "My first day ever shooting an NBC Voice without it Blake Shelton," he began the caption. "We had a ritual of getting hair and makeup together for 23 seasons. I think I'm handling it well. Everything's fine." Daly has hosted The Voice since its inception in 2011. Similarly, Shelton, 47, was a coach on the show up until his exit in May. On Shelton's final day on the show and The Voice's season 23 finale, Daly paid tribute to the Sangria singer on Instagram. "Today's just gonna be weird, no other way to put it. For over 12 years, I've watched the cowboy do his thing on at NBC Voice, and we have laughed and had fun literally the entire time," he wrote. "Thank you, buddy. Enjoy your big red chair retirement. You've earned it. Now let's go make a drink. Bring some ice over from your room. They never gave me any." One more show. Shelton announced his own departure from the series in October. In December, he told people he wanted to spend more time with Stephanie and his stepsons and was focusing on his music career. Since the show debuted in 2011, Shelton has appeared for 23 consecutive seasons and scored 9 wins in total. As for Daly and Shelton, the country singer opened up to people in January about their friendship. "Carson's a grumpy old man," Shelton said at the time. "He truly is the grumpiest man on the planet, and I'd say that if he were sitting right here next to me." Daly also served as the officiate in Shelton's wedding to Gwen Stefani. "It was incredible to be a part of such an important moment in their lives. The ceremony was a perfect blend of country and glamour, of course, just like Blake and Gwen," he told the Today Show in July 2021. The wedding, the best way to describe it, is it was perfectly them the whole weekend and the marriage itself. It was as elegant and refined and cool as Gwen is, and it was as country and down home and fun as Blake is. And although Shelton's The Voice days are no longer, he and Daly are still starring on TV together in USA's Barmageddon, which premiered in December. "I remember one day Carson and I were drinking and there was that show on called Holy Moly. I said, 'Man, look at that. That show would be so much better if they were drinking and then trying to play putt-putt,'" he recalled. "I thought it'd be funny if they could cuss each other and talk some crap, you know? And Barmageddon was actually born out of that conversation." The set of The Voice is known for its energy, camaraderie, and of course, fierce musical talent. For over a decade, one person has been at the heart of that lively mix: Blake Shelton. But on the first day back filming the show's new season, things were a little different. After an impressive 23-season run, Blake Shelton, the beloved country star with his southern charm and quick wit, was noticeably absent. And one person feeling that absence perhaps more than anyone was longtime host Carson Daly. "It's definitely different. It's a new era for The Voice," Carson remarked with his trademark calmness. "But everything's fine," he added with a smile, trying to assure fans that while Shelton's absence was deeply felt, the show must go on. However, beneath that confident exterior, it's clear that Daly's emotions ran deeper. After all, he and Shelton have shared the Voice stage for over a decade. Over the years, their banter, inside jokes, and the playful friendship they built made the show feel like more than just a competition. It felt like home, not just for the contestants and coaches, but for the audience too. For 23 seasons, Shelton had been a constant. His cowboy hats, boots, and undeniable humor had left an indelible mark on the show. Whether he was playfully mocking Adam Levine or coaxing contestants to join Team Blake, Shelton's presence was larger than life. He was the charismatic cowboy who, despite his joking demeanor, was a dedicated mentor to his team and often saw them through to victory. Carson Daly and Blake Shelton's friendship extended far beyond the walls of The Voice. Their bond grew off-camera as well, cemented by countless interviews, shared moments, and their collaboration on Barmageddon, a fun, bar-based competition show the two worked on together. In Shelton, Daly found not just a colleague but a close friend. Carson had often joked that Shelton's retirement from The Voice was something he knew was coming, but never wanted to face. "We joked about it for years," Daly explained in a recent interview. He kept saying, "One of these days, I'm gonna ride off into the sunset," but I didn't think it would actually happen. And yet, that day had come. Shelton announced his decision to leave the show after season 23, citing a desire to spend more time with his family and focus on other ventures. His departure marked the end of an era for both the show and for Daly. Now, as Daly stepped onto the set for the first time without his longtime friend by his side, it was impossible not to feel the change. "It's like when you walk into a room and it's missing a big piece of furniture," Daly said, laughing softly. "Blake was that for us. He was a giant part of this show." The new season brought with it fresh faces and fresh energy. Season 24's coaching lineup includes returning judges John Legend and Gwen Stefani, who also happens to be Shelton's wife, alongside first-time coach, country superstar Reba McEntire. With Reba filling Shelton's country shoes, there's still a strong country presence, but even she admitted in a recent interview that Shelton left big boots to fill. Reba's debut has been eagerly anticipated, and Daly was quick to note her impact on the show. "Reba is incredible. She brings her own unique energy and wisdom to the show, and she's a fantastic addition to the team." Yet, even with all the excitement surrounding McEntire's arrival, Daly acknowledged that things aren't quite the same without Shelton. "Blake's not just a coach. He's a brother to us," Daly said, his voice softening. "We spent a lot of time together, on and off camera. We've gone through so many changes on the show, but having him around always felt like having a piece of home." Shelton's absence has left a gap not only in the show's dynamic, but also in Daly's personal life. Over the years, Daly and Shelton's friendship has become a fan-favorite element of The Voice. Their sarcastic exchanges, mutual teasing, and genuine fondness for one another were as much a part of the show as the talented contestants. When asked how he felt about stepping back onto the stage without Shelton, Daly took a deep breath before answering. "I miss him, plain and simple," Daly admitted. "We built something together over the years. We made each other better. He made me laugh, made the show better, and I miss having him around. But Blake is happy, and I'm happy for him. That's what matters." Shelton has certainly moved on to enjoy life beyond The Voice. He's been spending more time with Gwen and their blended family, focusing on his music and working on personal projects like expanding his brand of Olé Red restaurants and their joint show Barmageddon. Daly has kept in touch with Shelton off-set, but admits it's still surreal not seeing him on a daily basis. "We text a lot, we talk, but it's not the same as him being here," he confessed. As the new season of The Voice unfolds, fans are adjusting to this new chapter. The fresh coaching panel brings its own charm, but the memory of Shelton's 23 seasons remains ever present. Daly, true to form, continues to lead the show with grace and professionalism, but it's clear that a part of him is still looking around for his old friend. "Everything's fine," Daly said once again with a reassuring smile. "But Blake is family, and you always miss family when they're not around." As Daly prepares for another exciting season, he does so knowing that while the show may change, the bond he shares with Shelton is unbreakable. It's a reminder that, even in the world of television, true friendships transcend the screen. The Voice may be moving forward, but Blake Shelton's legacy and his friendship with Carson Daly will always be a part of its heart. As Daly prepares for another exciting season, he does so knowing that while the show may change, the bond he shares with Shelton is unbreakable. It's a reminder that, even in the world of television, true friendships transcend the screen. The Voice may be moving forward, but Blake Shelton's legacy and his friendship with Carson Daly will always be a part of its heart.